Congratulations on this show. It's a Cirque du Soleil show, and it really is like nothing I've seen before. Have you ever seen anything like it before you're in it?
No, never ever. It blew my mind just at the audition, let alone coming to do the show itself.
Stands for the French word eau, which is water, and that basically sums up this show. It is all done in and around water, and I can't really put into words how amazing this is, because it's such an enormous stage. How big is it? Do you know the actual statistics of how wide and big? Because it's taller than any other theatre, isn't it?
It's 120 by 150 feet, and it's 17 feet deep, full of water. 1.5 million gallons of water.
Now, how do they get the water to disappear? Because the water comes in and then goes again, doesn't it?
Magic. No, we have 7 lifts that can move separately or all together at the same time, and it gives the illusion of 1 minute there is nothing but water, and then all of a sudden the water disappears and it's completely dry land.
As I say, I've never seen anything like this, and congratulations on your performance, because you're not actors, you guys, you're just phenomenal athletes, because the stuff they ask you to do is ridiculous, really, isn't it? I mean, some of you are asked to jump off huge ladders right at the top of the theatre into the water, and you're on a scene which is a swinging boat thing, which I've never seen before. And again, it made me nervous.
It's you come from the top of your sport into Cirque du Soleil, and then they take you in a completely different direction and to the next level. So we all start at zero all over again, no matter if it's world or European or even Olympic champions. We're starting completely at zero, and they take us to a place that we would never dream of going artistically.
Did you ever want to do this? Because I know you were an athlete before you were in this show, weren't you? I mean, was this always your dream to work for Cirque du Soleil?
I had come to the end of my career as in tumbling, and it's what do I do next? Well, having spent half my life upside down, it was just the natural thing to do, and Cirque du Soleil is at the top of its game, so that's what I wanted to try and pursue, and luckily it worked out for me.
We should say that the Bellagio is one of the poshest hotels here on the Strip. It's also one of the most expensive, and so is this show. The tickets to this show are not cheap. And I thought coming in, you know what, these are really expensive. But from the minute the curtain went up, you're just amazed by it, and you come out feeling like you would be willing to pay double. And I know that sounds sycophantic, but there's so many things going on in the stage. You really need to see it about 15 times to get the full effect.
Yeah, that's Cirque du Soleil. There's never a dull moment. You'll be looking in the air, and especially with this show, in the water, on the water. There's just so much to see. You're getting more than your money's worth.
Now, let's talk about the actual water bits, because guys go under and they stay under what seems like 15 minutes and then come up. How do they keep their breath? Have they got breathing equipment down there, or are they just keeping their breath literally?
Everyone is scuba certified, and there is scuba always under the water. There's scuba divers with us all the time if anybody goes underwater, so everyone is completely safe. And we've done so much training in Montreal and in Las Vegas that it almost becomes like second nature for most of us to be like in and on the water. So
one of the amazing things about this show is I've done a lot of reviewing in the West End and on Broadway, and you can see how most shows get put together. They have scenery that goes up and down and a bit that comes in and out. But with this show, it's so technically difficult and different. How did they get the backing to do this? Because, I mean, it's something that's just remarkable, isn't it?
We have a creative team in Montreal, and I mean, hands down, they're unbelievable at the things that they think of, and it's a surprise to me every night. It's still a surprise at how they can imagine these things happening in the show, and it's very hard to explain. You have to see it to believe it. I mean, could you explain it?
I can't really put this show into words. It is unbelievable. And what's nice about it as well is there's not only a visual show, but there's an audio show as well with the most amazing band and singers. Yeah. They're just remarkable.
Yeah, everything's live. It's everyone was put together especially for this show, and there's great musicians, amazing singers. It's such a great team.
I've got to ask, how do you do the 2 shows a night? Because it's so physical. There's never a dull moment, and you guys are really pushed to your limits. I mean, you must be literally exhausted, because it was gone midnight when we got out of the theatre last night.
It's extremely exhausting and mentally exhausting as well. But no matter how tired you are, you've got 1,800 people per show watching you, and no matter how tired you are, it just lifts you. And a standing ovation, almost every show, that's where the energy comes from, the audience.
Now, we started with a piece of music from the show. We're going to play another piece now, and then we'll come back and talk about your life and career. Which is your favourite song from the show?
My favourite piece of music is Zelma, which is a piece that is transitioning from one act into another. And it's a real high-energy track, and it's very, very cool.
There we go, Zelma from O, which is on at the Bellagio here in Las Vegas. We're live today talking to the biggest stars and speaking to the cast of the most remarkable shows, and this certainly is one of them. O is something like you'll never see before. It's so clever. And it's hard to describe how amazing this show is, really, because, as I say, it's so enormous and such a huge cast as well.
It is extremely hard to explain what the show is and even what kind of performances that we do. Just imagine the best athletes in the world put together by the best creative team, and that's the only answer I can really give. It is an unbelievable experience that people are paying to see.
Now, you might actually want to shake my hand at this point, because I was told something last night which I know will make most people, get on their hands and knees and start praying towards me. I was sat in the same seat as Oprah Winfrey sat in a couple of weeks before. Isn't that something?
That is something that I still pinch myself now, is that sometimes when we're performing and we get film stars, singers, legends coming to see the show, and that's when it's, you pinch yourself because you cannot believe that these megastars are coming to watch you in a show. That's unbelievable.
Do you ever get to hear their reaction?
Yeah, often they come backstage, they want to meet us, and we just have a good old chat with them, and they tell us what they think, and we take photos, and it's really great. They're really great.
Was Oprah a big fan?
She's been more than once, I believe, and yeah, she was, I remember the one performance, she was the first on her feet, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Now, you were in this originally with the original cast, and you've been here a long, long time. And tell us a little bit now how you got started, because you're from Birmingham, aren't you?
From Great Bar, Birmingham, yep, and was tumbling for approximately 15 years, and it was just the next step for me. It's the thing that I had known my entire life. I've done it through school, through work, and it was just the obvious choice to do. And luckily, I landed on my feet because I'm in the best company in the world.
Landed on your feet, to pardon the pun.
Yeah.
And now, tumbling, for those who don't know, what exactly is tumbling then?
Tumbling is where basically we're doing lots of somersaults and twists down a long, thin row of mats, basically.
Okay, and this does certainly take it to the next level then, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. But the ironic thing is that I'm not tumbling now at all.
Now, how are you fitting into Las Vegas? Because Birmingham, Las Vegas, I mean, there are similarities, but quite different, really. How are you fitting in?
It's a 180-degree turn. The weather is just extremely hot, barely rains, which is completely the opposite to Birmingham. But Vegas is amazing. They say you either love it or you hate it, and it's just... It never sleeps. It's 24 hours, and it's perfect for entertainers and tourists because there's always something to do.
Do you indulge in the actual showbiz side of it? Do you go front of house and play on the slots and go for the buffets and have all the hedonistic side of Las Vegas?
I do the tourist things when I get the family and the friends coming to visit, but otherwise I'm not a big gambler.
So, I mean, what's your life like then? I mean, you, last night, as I say, it was gone midnight when the curtain came down and we left the theatre. What time do you get home, and then what time do you wake up again?
Well, this week's a little bit crazy, but normally it takes a while for us to calm down, cool down, because after being a little bit hyper for a few hours, so sometimes we'll go for a drink, or we can go and watch a movie or grab a little bite to eat, and then eventually get to sleep by 2, 3, maybe 4, and then we're up. Sometimes we have training in the afternoon, sometimes we have other things to do in the show, like rehearsals and stuff, and then back to the show at 6:30 for a 7:30 performance.
You see, now, the reason I chose this job was because I'm a fatty by nature, and no matter how many meals I eat, I'll still sound the same. Nobody will know any different, but you can't. How strict are you about your eating regime?
Luckily, because the show is such a workout, we can pretty much eat, well, I can pretty much eat what I want.
I hate you now. Now, that's it. The interview's over now. I just can't stand you. You're sat here, like an Adonis, and you can eat what you like.
It's just part of the job. We're running backwards and forwards across that stage every night.
Well, it was lovely talking to you. Thanks for being on the programme. Let's play a piece. No. I'll tolerate you for a little bit more. Where do you live then? What is it like living in Vegas? I mean, do you get to stay in the hotel, or do you have your own little place somewhere?
No, I have a house about 10 or 15 minutes off the Strip.
Okay, because, I mean, it's interesting to know, isn't it? Because some of the stars stay here and some of them have their own place as well. I mean, would you even dream of staying in a hotel? I mean, are you happy almost... Your life has to be as if it was an ordinary life in Birmingham.
I think it's beneficial for me to live off the Strip, so I feel like I am switching off from time to time. Because... not that I don't think I could ever get sick of it, but I'm sure it's possible for some people because it is so 24/7 high energy, but that's why I live a little bit off the Strip.
Now, you're saying one thing we haven't mentioned is you're already in your makeup, so it's very hard to know what you actually look like. But, I mean, even that is part of it. When they open the show, the show actually starts before the show starts, really, doesn't it? Two clowns come out and do a wonderful bit of shtick and a routine that a few bold people get wet and they throw water on a few nicely dressed ladies and stuff. And it's all part of the image and the act, isn't it? That they kind of got the grandness of the show, and then they'll have two clowns just doing a little skit in the middle of the water in between the acts.
Yep. And especially when the clowns start, the whole cast knows, okay, it's time to go, costumes are on, the adrenaline starts. If you were tired, all of a sudden that's gone, your energy starts coming up and everyone's ready to go.
Final question is about the water itself. How do you deal with that? I mean, are you not like a prune by the end of the evening?
No, you get used to it. It's warm.
Right, so they do at least heat it for you?
Yeah, it's 88 degrees.
Oh, well, that's not about what it is outside then, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll soon be warmer outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, pleasure talking to you today. This is a remarkable show. It's called O, the letter O, and it's on at the Bellagio. It's a remarkable hotel and a fantastic show that I can't say enough nice things about. It is bigger and better than any other production I've ever seen. For some reason, it just fills you with emotion and stuff, the way it's lit and the smoke and everything. It's so clever.
That's great to hear. I've been here 7 years now, and it's still doing the same to me.
Will you do this forever?
If my body will let me, then absolutely.
Listen, lovely to talk to you today. Thank you so much for spending the time. I know you've got to go now and do 2 shows, so good luck with that. Craig Paul Smith is a Birmingham boy, and he's here talking to us today. His new home is Las Vegas, and we're live today talking to the biggest stars. And we'll take a final track from this CD, which is the music of the show. And what shall we play for the last track?
I think it would be really good to finish with the title track, O.
The Alex Belfield In Conversation podcast with daisymedia.co.uk. Alex Belfield.